Hi, I'm Brandon, and I want to share with you the results of a study we just completed within the HVAC industry. We looked at 3,502 HVAC listings within Google My Business, and we found what works. We looked at all these listings and found what it takes to rank high in Google and what you need to do to leapfrog your competition and to get in front of more of your local audience. Now, first, as a reminder, Google My Business is a free platform within Google where you can list out information about your company. You can list out hours, you can add photos, you can add links to your website, and you can get reviews from your customers. And Google takes all this information, and whenever someone does a local search for a service that you offer, you'll see a map like this. Each of those pins is a Google My Business listing. Now, when we did this study, there were a few things that were surprising to us. Number one, we found that 30% of Google My Business listings for HVAC companies did not have a link to their website. Now, sure, there are smaller, perhaps owner-operator HVAC companies or, just smaller companies that don't have a website, and that's fine, but I was surprised to see that 30% don't have a link. My guess is that within that 30%, there's still a large majority of those that have a website that are not linking to their website. Don't make it difficult for someone to get a hold of you or to look up more information about you. And if you think that websites are too expensive or you can't justify the cost of it, there are free alternatives. You can link to a Facebook page, and that's a free opportunity, as well as Google has its own free website platform. And in fact, within those 70% that had a link, 5% of those were linking to a Facebook or one of these free Google websites. Now, the category that you set your Google My Business listing to is really important. There's thousands of categories that you can choose from. The primary category, the first one that you choose, actually does help with rankings. And what we saw within this study was that 45% of companies, HVAC companies, selected the HVAC contractor category. We did see it trail off with some of the other categories. Air conditioning contractor was the second most popular primary category with 18%. Heating contractor and plumber, followed soon after. Some of the ones that were listed as another category would be companies like perhaps an electrician who also did HVAC work. We saw some if you are in the fuel delivery business, if you're an oil or a fuel delivery company or a fireplace company, those tended to be the other more popular primary categories. But we always recommend getting whatever is most important for you to rank, whether it's more competitive in your area or if it's the one that's going to drive the most business. Now, one interesting thing, we did the study and we're recording this video in the summer of 2020. And so we do see an uptick. The second most popular primary category is air conditioning contractor. And, it is a tactic that some companies do, that you actually change your primary category based on the season. So it will be interesting to see come winter of 2020 and 2021 whether air conditioning contractor, the percentage actually dips and that heating contractor perhaps grows. But it is something that you can update and you can change based on the season. Now, there are plenty of other categories, just because you choose HVAC contractor as your primary category, you can add up to 10 categories within your profile. And we saw that, out of the most popular ones, there's air conditioning contractor, heating contractor, air conditioning service repair, and plumber. Those were the top 5 popular categories for a Google profile. Now, reviews are another really important component of your Google My Business listing, and this is definitely an area where you can see some results. Look at the study that we did shows that half of the HVAC companies have 3 or fewer reviews. which means that if you want to be better than 50% of the HVAC companies out there, you just need to get 4 reviews on your Google business listing. And if you notice that 26% of the HVAC companies within our study had no reviews. And so now the 50% of people that have more than 3 reviews, there's a lot more reviews out there. Some larger chains or some multi-region behemoth companies, they had hundreds, if not thousands, of reviews. We always recommend to look at your local competition and find out how many reviews do they have. You want to stand out ahead of them. We never say, here's how many reviews you get. You just want to stand out against them. So if all your local competition has 10 to 20 reviews, it should be easy to focus on maybe 30 reviews and try to, outrank them. But if everyone in your area has hundreds of reviews, then you have some work to do to try and catch up with them. And another thing that you should be doing on your Google business listing is look at opportunities to add to it, to add more information. You can add photos, you can add descriptions, you can add a lot of things. And one of the newer options on a Google business listing for HVAC companies is to add an appointment link. This is a link that will direct them to your website, but perhaps a different page on your website, perhaps a contact form on your website. If you use an online scheduling platform, this would be another great place to add that link. And we see that you can quickly stand out from the crowd. 88% of the Google business listings within our study did not have a link to their appointment page. And so it's 5 seconds to add it to your Google business listing, and it's a way for you to stand out, as well as to give your potential customer another way to reach you. So I would recommend you visit our website and look at our guide. We have more information about our study and some of the results that we found from looking at HVAC company listings within Google My Business.